am Dory with Prairie Scraps, and we are waiting to go into the Crafty Bunch here. I apologize, I was like a couple minutes late, but anyway, we are in Crafter's Choice today for the Crafty Bunch on Facebook. I am Dory, and I am with Prairie Scraps. Hopefully we can be found here. I don't know, it was hard to get everything in. It just shut down on me. So anyway, hopefully we will be in the right place. If you're watching this first part, you are probably watching the replay. So put hashtag replay. Appreciate you being here. I am on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. Hello, Cheryl. Hope you were able to find me right at the last minute. My everything shut off and I had to open it up quick. So I appreciate you hanging in there, Cheryl, and helping me out in the Crafty Bunch. We are going to be making, thank you so much. So I will go ahead. We are going to be making some tassel ornaments today. So I thought that would be a fun thing to make. And I appreciate Cheryl for getting me into the Crafty Bunch. I know I was catching Dottie at Dottie's Designs and More right ahead of me. And up next in the Crafty Bunch is going to be Judy with Wyatt's Whatnots. I can't say my W's today. Anyway, stay tuned for Judy in Wyatt's Whatnots. I got it. So she is going to be up next, and make sure that you follow her and also go back and watch Dottie's. All you have to do is, if you're in the Crafty Bunch, it's a free group where we do all kinds of crafting. Go in there and join, and then just keep refreshing all day long, and you can see all the different Crafter's Choice in the Crafty Bunch. So I love that place. So many new ideas. I know Mama P Cheryl over at Mama P's was making some golden book junk journals this morning. Oh, such a clever idea. I have maybe on occasion thought I should buy some what in the world? Buy some different golden books when I see them at thrift sales and things. Hello, Tarina. Thank you so much for coming on in. Say hello when you come on in. And I am doing a month-long drawing over in my live check-ins as well as in my lives. So today, hello, Christy. If you're joining on in, make sure you say hello. That helps me out to know that you're here and are a real person. We are going to use a brand new tassel tool if I can get into it here today. I have been kind of scheming and planning and plotting. Do you guys ever do that? In the back of your mind? I should really make a list of all the things I want to make. But I am not so great at that. Where's my list, right? You never know. So I am going to make some Christmas tree ornaments today out of tassels. So every year I do quite a few different local craft shows, and a couple of years ago, or probably when I first started doing them in this area, my Christmas ornaments did not sell very well. And so I had made a bunch of them. It's probably my favorite craft to do for my sales, but for whatever reason, actually, I kind of have a hunch. I know why my Christmas tree ornaments were not selling. It was because there was a lady that had that actually ran the craft show, one of the main craft shows I was in. She ran it, and she would buy Oriental trading ornaments and sell them dirt cheap at her sales, even though it was a craft show for the most part. And I just could not underprice her. And so everybody bought from her table because she would have this one whole side full of ornaments, and people would get all excited. She was right on the right side when you came into the gym. And so I struggled. Hey, Kara. Hey, Bobby. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to make some ornaments. So hopefully you'll be okay with me. That's my Crafter's Choice today over in the Crafty Bunch. And so I've been plotting and planning. I don't know. I'm just really attracted to making ornaments. I'm not exactly sure. But this is the tassel maker I'm going to use. And if you want more information about this, just put tassel down below and I will go ahead and get you the information for that. And anyway, this is the tassel maker I'm going to make. You can actually make tassels. Actually, it's upside down. Let me show you that. Upside down. So right along here is called the tie. It says it's marked tie in that bigger opening. And then down here are the different size tassels you can make. So you can make 3.5, 4, 5, 6, and 7-inch tassels. So pretty big tassels. And I'm hunching that I need to make the smallest size for my tassel ornaments today. So hello, Brenda. Thank you so much for joining. And Linda, make sure when you come on in that you say hello and that you are following my page. I think in the description down below, you can just press the follow button. That helps me out. I finally went over to 1,500 followers. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and get started unwrapping this because I think I'm going to have to make a whole bunch of tassels. This is my first time. So we're getting through this together. This is a new ornament. I haven't even tried it. You're getting to see some history. I'm trying to overlap that end. Okay, once you get it overlapped. So I'm doing 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I went from the wrong end. Never mind. We're starting over. I don't want the outside. I want the inside because it comes out nice and easily from the inside of the yarn. This is the yarn I'm using. It was just a skein we got somewhere. We have a big box. I don't know. We go to thrift sales or to the thrift store, and I just love this color. Isn't that beautiful? Because we're going to make Christmas tree ornaments. I know. And I always make tassels. I just wrap them around my hands, which will be that wide of a tassel. So I'm pretty excited about actually having a way to do it. And then, of course, one of my things on my list to make is to do using pom-poms, which are very similar to tassels, but tassels are the longer ones with the strings hanging down. Okay, let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4 on here. No, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know how many I need. And this might be too, I don't know, might be too long. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think that'll be enough. 16, 17. I'm going to go more. 18, 19, and 20. It's hard to like 20 or 30 wraps depending on the thickness. Oh, that's good to know, Trina. Thank you. Thank you for that. If you're coming on in, make sure that you say, put down below to go into my drawing, my monthly drawing. Go ahead and put your state that you're watching from, so then I know I can come back and put you in the drawing. I think that's close. I don't know. I'm close to 20. I lost count. I started talking. I told you that was going to be my issue. Okay, so I'm going to cut it so that the end is on the long side, and that's how I started it as well. So let's get our scissors out here. Hopefully we'll cut my yarn. You could use any color, and I was thinking that you could just do an ornament just as a tassel and put a bead on top and hang it. And I think that those are real. I might make some of those up as well. So we'll see. But the first one I want to try is actually going to be, and look, don't stretch it out and then cut it because it comes out short. That's my advice to you. I've already made a boo-boo for you to learn from my mistakes. So I'm going to just go ahead and tie right through the center. This is the tie slot. Put that through there. Thread that through. See if we can get it. And hold. I need a tweezers. That's what I need. I don't have any tweezers in my little camper. I know that. But I do have a little pliers. So we'll maybe make do. That worked. Ha ha. Hello, Alicia and Paula from Nevada, right? Gosh, all of a sudden I was like in my reverie here. I couldn't remember. Yes, please put your state that you're watching from. I am in the beautiful. Oh, I didn't have to go in the middle, did I? Well, now that I'm in the middle, I'm just going to cut a length that I'll use for the top since I'm in there. That was dumb. Live and learn, right? Okay, so we just need to actually, I was thinking I had to thread it in there, but so that's That's going to be the hanger. I'm not going to tie that one yet. I'm just going to let it hang for now. So get this one, this loose one down. And then we're going to go ahead and I don't need to tie. Like if you wanted a thick tassel, you can go around several times to do that. But for this particular one, I need 3 of these total. Oh, that came undone really quickly. So I'm not going to go too short with my string here. Actually, we can go as long as the tassel here. Tie it tight so it stays. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut that, not pliers it, not tweeze it. But like I said, you want to kind of leave it loose when you do cut it. Okay, so then we're going to ease that off of there. And like I said, if you want this tassel to be holding on by more, you might want to wrap a few more times. Hello, Debbie. Good to see you. We are crafting Crafter's Choice over in the Crafty Bunch today. And, oh, that isn't as I thought it was going to be too long. When it was stretched out, it looked really long. But it does kind of shorten up. And maybe I wanted to cut that. So we're just going to go ahead and stick our scissors in there and cut that right there in the middle. So we have a tassel. So that's all I'm going to do is cut that at that length. And we have a tassel. So I did about 20 rounds. This is all sticky from my crafting. So I'm going to try another one. There, that was quicker and easier. So we got a little tassel. And then I did put one through the top. And I'm glad I did, because actually look how that top just like went really fat when it's loose. That would have been hard to string through. So my advice is also to go ahead and tie through the top right away. And I'm going to just do a knot with that top strand real quick so that we have a nice little tassel. Isn't that cute? Okay. So there's my cute little tassel. I tied on the top. Now I want to do that again. And the cool thing about this tassel maker is I can get all my tassels the same size. I'm going to cut that long one off. All right, so 1 down, 2 to go. And I'm just going to do this again right in the same spot. And I start with the end of it down at the bottom. Ooh, I will get this. Once I get into the habit of it, this will not take me as long to do. I promise you that. I'm just going to try to go over this a couple times. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we have 3 pom-poms. I'm looking for 3. I think that'll work. Maybe I was hoping to make it ornament size. So this you could actually use as an ornament, but it is kind of like a frilly little, with this particular yarn, it's pretty frilly. Hello, Penny. Good to see you. Just put and Pam, thank you for joining in. We are making, I'm trying to invent my own little Christmas tree ornament out of tassels. So, and I don't want to pull that one tight or cut it a little long so that I'd rather have more than not. And then I'm going to pick one piece out and I am going to feed it through again because that worked out. I'm just going to take my little needle nose pliers and stick it in there. This is not going to be actually tying off the tassel, but this is going to be the top hanger of the tassel. So I'm just putting that loose string in there like that. And I think you could actually right away tie it off right there. I'm living and learning here. So we're just going to tie this tight against the top. And this is going through the center. So I fished it through. And I tell you, once you take it off, it kind of springs out and becomes a little, puff ball at the top. So you just want to have it ready to go. So we're just going to tie this right at the top as tight as we can do it. Well, I don't know if you knew this, but if you run, so you tie around twice, put one end through twice for your first little tie before you get the knot part on. And that is, I think it's called like a surgeon's knot or a doctor's knot, because that holds it in place. It doesn't slip as much than if you just go one loop through. All right. This is clumsy for me. And like I said, when I'm making ornaments, I'll sit and make a whole bunch of things, kind of assembly line. It'll be fun. Like this would be really fun to do in front of the TV, right? Hello, Judy. Good to see you. Judy is up next in the crafty bunch for Wyatt's Whatnots. So there, I just have the top right through the middle. That's all that I have there. And then next we're going to tie around this side right here. And this also does not need to be, well, it could be as long as the tassel, and it'll just hang in with the tassel. So again, I'm going to put my loop through once and then twice, and that will hold it. This is going around the whole entire thing. And if you wanted a thicker middle there, and see how that stays. I've just done one loop on there, but twice through with one leg. That is called a doctor's knot or a surgeon's knot. I can't remember. But they basically use that for doing stitches, so it stays. And then we're just going to cut this one to about the same length, not pulled tight. And then what we can do is I've just got one. So this is how it looks done. If you can see that. There's the two from the one on top. This is, oops, I didn't get this one in to the tassel. This was the end. I didn't get it into that. But then I've got the two on the back. And this is just going to blend in because it's going to be inside the tree anyway, as long as it's holding in. Then I've got the two on the back of that tassel just hanging down the same length. And we're just going to go ahead and take it off. There. And see how that like gets, show you the front. It all gets kind of shortened because I had it pulled on there tight. So even though it says 3 inches, that's how long the strings are at the stretched point. So really it's shorter. So I'm just going to pull this out to the longest point and then go ahead and clip it. So that's my little tree. And we're going to clip this extra one. I have learned with tassels and pom-poms, you just never know. You're probably going to have like lots of like trimming, because sometimes you're like, one is always too long. So now we have 2. Now I'm going to make the top one. And instead of doing just one wrap around the tassel this time, I'm going to do several. So it looks like a real tassel, because that's going to be the top of our tree. All right. So number 3. Hello, Martha and Kimberly. Yes. Oh, ornament. You could make angels. Okay. So let me think about that. Yes, you could take and like tie in the front and make maybe little hands. Oh, that's genius. Good idea. I was also thinking that just a tassel, like a large tassel for an ornament, it would be really pretty too. With a bead on top, that would be really pretty. And you could do different colored beads. Okay, here we go. We're just going to start it off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There. One for good measure. Right? One for good measure. Okay, we're just going to, and you want to loosen it to cut. That's one thing I have learned. So, and then we're going to cut our top piece first and put that around the top and fish that through. And I'm finding my needle nose works really nicely for this. Or you could do like a tweezers or something. Or if you're really good at fishing it through. Or the other thing you could do is put a little piece of tape on the end, and it would make it a little stiff. Pull it through. Oops. or not. I lied. It was working out really good. There we go. And then I'm going to, you don't have to do it this way. You could tie it in later. But for me, like it's all put together so we can keep it there. All right. Hi, Ruth. Good to see you. Put your, if you want to go into my monthly drawing, go ahead and put your state down below. Be sure that you're following me so I can find you if you win. I'm going to be doing a monthly drawing. And we're over in the Crafty Bunch today doing Crafter's Choice. Okay, there's my top knot. And then this time, instead of, trying to get that off to the side, instead of doing just one tie around, we're going to do several. So I'm going to pull this through, go around, and just kind of hold my end and then keep putting it through that hole. This is much easier than going in between. But like I said, that in between, you could also fish it through. You could even take one of those fat needles, you know, that are easy to thread. And we're going to go around a few times here. Make sure I have all the strings and not the top strings. And just keep going around for a few times because we want a nice bulky top to this little tree we're having here. Okay, and so I'm going to put that end through twice to hold it really nice and firm and make sure this is pulled tightly. See, and that doesn't really release when I do just one knot with the double end through. And then we're going to go ahead and tie that one more time to make a knot, maybe one for good measure because this one's going to be on top, right? And I'm thinking it'll just go right into the rest of it, but we're going to do it loosely here. There we go. And then we can slide it off. I did that one extra tight, I think. And this is going to be our top of our ornament right here. Okay. So, and we need a hot glue gun for this next section, I think. So I've got some ideas. Like I said, this is kind of a new, I've been thinking about this for a while and going, do you guys ever do that? Just page through Pinterest and come up with an idea. Okay, so this is my top one. And we just need to cut in the middle of all of those so that we have a tassel and not a big ball of thread. I'm just pulling it tight and then cut it off. And there we go. There is the top. And the difference between this one and the other ones is just that I only used one string around the top of the other ones. Because what I want to do is go into the center of my little tassel. And I've thought about this. I think you actually, while you're tying it, you could tie in this, but I am going to just go ahead and put these two ends down in a downward like that. Just pull it down into the rest of it. And I am just going to add this into the center of this little pom-pom. So I just sort of spread it out in the middle so that tassel, same pom-pom. It's not really a pom-pom, but it is kind of small. It's small enough to be a pom-pom almost. And I'm going to take that top and hot glue it right there in the center. And the key is going to be that I need to wait until it dries to let go. So like I said, I'm kind of making this up as I go. So I may, hey, Marcus, and good to see you. If you want more information on this project today, I can get you that information. Just put tassel down below. I mean, this is like not an expensive tool at all, and you will get your money's worth out of it. So I promise you. And it's nice to have it like pre-measured. Yeah, you can make your own with a piece of cardboard, but I think it's nice just to have something really solid and already pre-measured. You can make all the way up to 7-inch. We're making 3.5-inch ones today. And kind of just, oh, that's still not hot. I don't know why, but this takes forever to warm up. Maybe while I'm waiting, I was thinking I would string a bead. Of course, now I tip it back around and it's going to be hot enough. It's dripping now. We're going to string a bead through on the top. And I was thinking you could use pony beads, use whatever you have, really. And you can, I might take a piece of tape here because I think it's going to be hard. I just like to make it like a little needle with my threads. You can make these out of jute. You can make these out of ribbon. And because we got like a big Mongo box, I didn't get that on there very tight. So this is not my best idea, but it's going. There we go. I just need a little bit to come through so I can peel it off. See, that's going to be the top of my tree. I'm just going to kind of make a farmhouse Christmas tree. Isn't that cute? I think it's kind of cute. I was going to use that and make tassels and go around the wood carved trees we have. Oh, yes, that would be cute too. I was also thinking you can make a whole bunch and put it around one of our wood trees from Chalk Couture on the stand. Oh my gosh, that would be cute, but you would have to hot glue, and I'm a little against hot gluing surfaces too much because I want them apart. I want to reuse them. I like to reuse reusable surfaces, but you could if you wanted. But I have another tree stand a standing tree out of these tassels in mind. So all I did was put a bit of glue here. Is it Suhar? And yeah. See the round. Oh, okay, good. You were talking about the same thing. Like mines, right? It's a little bit on the crazy side when you're thinking about doing Christmas type. So that's stuck there. I think that'll work. It's not a very pronounced, and this might be because my yarn is from the inside. I don't know. It's not a very pronounced layer at all. Oh, I don't know. Maybe not it's not looking how I thought. Let's just say that. And I've got this extra piece sticking up here, so I'm going to cut that. Hope it doesn't fall apart. All right. Does it look like a tree? I'm going to do one more. Maybe my next thought process, because I have more, so wait for it. I'm not done yet. We're still working on this. Like I said, this is just like a work in progress. I have something like a vision in my mind. And the other thing I had thought about was making different size, like gradual sizes. So making the smallest and then a 4-inch and then a 3.5 and then a 4. We'll see. We'll see what we come up with. Okay, so I want to find the center of this and kind of keep going. I want to stack another pom-pom in here. I'm just going to put a dot of glue in there. It doesn't need to be a whole lot. And then we're going to, oh shoot, I didn't get this one ready. Okay, put that in there like that and just hold it there. I'm being patient. Yes, go around the wood carved trees we have. Yes, that's what I was thinking about doing. Or you could use, I think you could do that around even a cardboard cylinder or one of the styrofoam cylinders. I think you could do that too and do standing trees. So that's my next thing. Keep me posted if you figure something out. See, I think this just looks like a regular pom-pom. Don't you? And scraggly at that. I've got some long ones going on here. So let's do some trimming. And maybe I should have like shaken them out a little before we started and made sure they were, I don't know. It sort of looks like a little tree, doesn't it? Okay, so my next idea. I have more. There's more. I promise. I have lots more where they came from. I'm trying to figure out. I think this. I don't want to pull them apart. I'm still. And this might, just work better with different things. I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to get a. I'm going to put a knot here on the top of that bead to keep that bead on. You could also, I was thinking like pony beads might come in like gold colors, or you could paint these wooden ones gold. Pull that through. Don't tighten it down. I want it tightened to the bead. Lots of ideas. Yes. Okay, so we'll do the next one in 3 different sizes. That'll be my next. Yeah, so you agree. It doesn't quite look like a tree, but I do have something up my sleeve. I do, I promise. Okay, and then I always like to put this would be really cute though on a Christmas tree, as an ornament, even if you don't. All right, let's get all these little pieces out of here in the garbage. And like I said, if I had maybe been more attentive and made sure that my pom-poms in the first place were really nice and sorted out. Okay, so I'm going back to the bottom of the center again on this. I'm just kind of opening it up to the center. It doesn't have to be exact. And don't you think the tree needs a tree trunk? That was my next thought, was putting a piece of cinnamon stick, or you could use regular sticks. I mean, I know Dollar Tree even sells little sticks. They sell these too. These are really cheap ones. These are not the expensive ones. And so here was my thought, was to glue this into the center and use it as a little stick as the trunk. What do you think? Yes, I'm thinking 3 different sizes. Might be the trick. Might be the trick. Okay. I'm going to put this little cinnamon stick right here. I think. I want to make sure I got it centered. Okay. There we go. I might need a little bit more for the cinnamon stick. We can always cut it if we need to. Trim our little cinnamon, like my kids say. It's so hard to say cinnamon. Hi, Katana. Good to see you. Do you guys do treats for Santa? I was wondering about that. We never have. We don't do Santa in our house. So I was curious, like, how many people leave treats out for Santa? If you do, put Santa. If you don't, put no. Then I know what the yeses and nos mean later. If you have any questions, if I didn't see your comment, I will go back and answer all questions and comments to make sure that, everybody knows what's going on. If you have any questions, please do pose them, because that helps out my rhythm there. All right. I don't know. He's kind of cute. I found one that's not cut. Imagine that. He's kind of cute, don't you think? I think he's kind of like the shaggy tree. This is like, it's got way too many branches to be in Idaho. Idaho's trees are a little bit on the barren side. We can actually get Christmas trees in the national forest. We just have to, be a resident and get a permit. It might not even cost anything. It's very cheap, like under $15. But we can harvest I think up to 6 Christmas trees here. Don't quote me on that. Don't send the. I've cut some little straggles here. Number 1, make sure that your pom-pom or your tassels are nice and even. That's the first thing, because mine are not. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it look like a little Christmas tree? I kind of think it does. I think it's kind of cute. And definitely when you put hot glue on, I'm going to trim the bottom up so it's a little, when you put hot glue on yarn, with the and it'll smell nice with the cinnamon stick in there too, right? It smells like fall and Christmas when you use cinnamon. Don't use the expensive cinnamon though. You can go to Dollar Tree for that. All right. I think that looks better. And I'll probably keep on trimming him. You could also use like a star bead. I don't know what is going on with this one. I got one going the wrong way at the top here. Don't ask me. Wish he would tuck inside or something. Don't cut it. There we go. I got it tucked in. Hopefully that'll help. Now I shooshed it out on the other side, I think. You could just, put a needle on it and thread it through, and that would get it through. I think it's kind of cute for a first try. Not bad. Not bad. Would you buy that? If you saw it, would you go, that is the cutest little ornament? I don't know. It may not be perfected yet. All right. So I think we have enough time. I'll be on here for about 8 more minutes. I'm going to give it a try with different sizes. I agree. I do think that it would be cute to try to make a tassel. Turn that off. A tassel angel too. Okay, let's see if we can do this while talking, right? So we're going to do the bottom one in a larger, I'm going to go 3 sizes up. So the bottom one is going to be a 5-inch. And then we'll do a 4-inch and a 3.5-inch for the top and see how that goes. And I don't know how many I've gone here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25. I did 25. Okay, end on the bottom, start on the bottom. Don't pull tight because it yanks up. Okay. We want to keep the top together. Santa treats years ago, but what I always do is put on a gift under the tree for Jesus. Oh, that's a great idea. I love that. That is a wonderful idea. Love, love, love that. Yeah, we do Jesus, number 1. So, but we're anxious parents. We cannot wait till our family all wants to open their gifts Christmas Eve. So we go to service on Christmas Eve and then we open on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day is just eating and having fun with our Christmas stuff. So, I mean, we change it depending on if somebody needs to get around, can't make it or whatever. We try to get everybody together. Last year, we had to do it online because 2 of us had the influenza B. We're so sick. So we had to do everything on YouTube. It was kind of sad, kind of hard. But anyway, if you do Santa food, I am going to be making a Santa tree doing a virtual class. And if you're interested in learning how to do a Santa tray, it's got the place, for the reindeer food, Santa's food, cookies and milk, and some carrots or whatever you put out for the reindeer. And so we are going to be doing that. Okay, this is the top one. Make sure this goes in the bottom section. And then this one does not, because it's going to be a bottom layer. I'm just going to go ahead and tie it around it once. If I don't finish up, look for the posts later on of the completed project so you get to see what it looks like. I'm going to do this. Oops, I guess I didn't do it. I thought I did it twice, and I did not. Loop it through twice on the first one so it stays put. That helps to hold it so you don't have like a loose knot or it doesn't move up. So yeah, just put Santa if you're interested in my Santa tray class. And then I'm just going to put this down and cut it about the same level. Remember, they kind of, and then we're going to slide this off like that. And then we will stretch these out, get in the middle, hopefully. Tassels, I've been making tassels for years, and they always kind of make me nuts to make because I always do it on my hand, but this is far easier, I promise you. Okay, there is the bottom layer, and this time I am going to do my trimming right away so we don't have, see how they kind of end up in different lengths? We're just going to trim because we know we have the shaggy tree if we don't. So trim right off the bat so that it's all, give it a little haircut here. All about the same. Okay. Isn't that the cutest little tassel? So good. So good. So nice. And like I said, I'm Dory with Joe Stowell with Prairie Scraps. And make sure you do all the things. Follow along, subscribe, like, you know, all the things. Put Santa down below if you are interested in that Santa tray class that I'm going to be offering. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is 4 inches. And if you're interested in this tassel tool or more tassel or crafts, just put tassel down below and I will keep you posted on the tassels. 4, I don't know what my husband is doing out there, moving everything, I guess. 5, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Okay, end at the bottom. Make it loose. This is going to get faster. I can promise you that. And also, if you want to be in my live drawing for the month, I will be giving some Happy Meal away to all those who check into my live check-ins and drawings. And at the end of the month, actually probably be next month. All right, this is the one. This is the hanger on the top. This is still in the middle, so we only need to do one tie around the tassel. And then the smallest one will do multiple ones because that's the one that's going to show. All right, here we go. In your rightful place. You won the last one. Okay. Tie that in a knot. You can see I'm getting much better at this. Much better. Okay, and then we want to tie around this through here. And it does say on their tie. So it's nice because this is kind of like how to do tassel really easily. It keeps you in line if you get confused. And it says wrap along this edge. This is the edge you wrap on. And it has a line that goes all the way to the top. Okay, we're just tying this one in a knot. I'm going to cut these off right there. See how fast I'm getting? I'll be able to make more of these. We'll see. This might be kind of a giant. Like this was the size of the total tree I was hoping to get, but maybe we'll see. We'll see. All right. So that's all ready. We're just going to slide it off and pull this, or scissors in there. I think you could even sneak your scissors in there and cut it, but I'm just not doing that. All right, there it is. And I'm gonna, these two, we want up here. Oh, what did I do again? I keep getting one that I don't get tied in there, so it looks awfully weird. I don't know why. I'm missing one. I'm not sure what I'm doing when I do that, but I just got to make sure the top one is going to be perfect. So we're going to do our little trim right away. Just make sure they're, I have seen like lots of tassel and pom-pom making. So this is going to be our second one. Turn that one back on. This one's going to be in the bottom. And we might need a longer, this is what we made with just even the same ones. These are the 3.5 ones. I still think it's kind of cute. I know, right? Right? I don't know. Now I've got some good options because I always give my kids a Christmas tree ornament. So anyway, go over to the Crafty Bunch up next. Judy is going in for Wyatt's Whatnots, and make sure that you follow along with her. Oh, just put Tassel down below, Dottie. I'll get you a link. So thank you so much, and we will talk to you. It is a hard material, like almost a composite material. So it works really nice and has the measurements on it. So, all right, we will see you soon. Have a very blessed day, and thanks for joining in. Stay with me on YouTube because we will finish up this tree here. So the last one I'm going to do is a 3.5 inch one. We're going to do that on top. You could even maybe find some star-shaped beads to put on these. That would be really cute. Or you could glue a little wood star on top if you wanted. Right, this is the top one. Pay attention. I'm talking to myself, not to you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I think 20 is going to be enough because we've got a lot. Okay, so we want that going, start down, end down. That's my theory on the whole thing. And then we're going to stitch through the hanger on it because this is going to be the hanger. I might actually use a piece of tape because we know we're going to have to put a bead on there anyway. Well, that didn't work out for it. Well, never mind. That didn't work out so good. I'm going to fish this through here. Needle nose pliers may not be like the best tool to use for this, I'm saying, but it's working. Like a little tweezers or something would be even better, I think. You could also hang like a little tag on it, with a seine or something. We've got our small. All right, this goes on the top. Oh, I know where that one is coming from. The one that keeps hanging down in the wrong place. It is coming from the underside. I'm sure of it. Because remember the back side? So it is like where I started. That's where it's coming from. So we're just going to go ahead and get 2 of these on here. Do our little doctor's surgeon's knot to have it not slip on here. Want this at the top because this one needs to look nice. So we're trying to slide it around to the top here. Okay. Finish off my knot here. I'm now figuring out why there's always one that's in the wrong place. Cut these off so we have a hanger. I have little fuzzies all over the place. All right. And this one we want to fish through several times before we tie it off because we want to have a nice bulky tassel tie here. The other ones don't need the bulk because they're not going to show. I do think there probably would be like a way to tie these in together, but I haven't quite totally figured that out. I think at this stage you can tie in the one underneath, but I don't know how to get it in the center nicely. So at least in my mind, it's not working out very well. Let's just say that. All right. Get a few more around here. As many as we can. And I think it's going to be enough. Maybe go a little long with the other one so I can wrap it around too. I am getting a lot faster, so this definitely would really start to make quite a nice tassels once you get the hang of it and do your trimming. I did notice that was the one thing I didn't like when I was doing one of my girls has like a pom-pom machine, and actually it's pretty complicated. It's not this simple. And it didn't matter what shape or size or what what material I used for it. I consistently had to trim the pom-poms to make them look nice. And so I guess I'm just deciding that that's just the way it is. So we're going to slide this off. It's all held on the top. And then we're going to go ahead and clip this. Then we're going to do our trim. And then we'll stick our 3 together. Yep, see, this is the one that would be on the back side. And for whatever reason, it's not getting tied up. So we're just going to cut it, because this is our top and we want it to look nice. Actually, what I should do is shove it through. I'm going to tie it to one of the other ones and then cut it, because I don't want it coming loose. I'm going to see if that works. I don't know. I'm just using my imagination here. So it might not work. We're just going to cut that off, and hopefully that'll stay. So you can see it's just sort of on the top there. And then I'm going to put these all down and trim these. The longest ones, they're not from the tassel maker at all. That's from the ties that I did. So those are there, because I want a nice edge. Okay, so this is the top one, and we're going to find the center, put a dot of glue, and then put the next smallest one on there. And I want to get everything ready before I do it. Okay, so I got it open. I've got these all pushed down, the ties, because we want that tie to be firm. And by sticking it into the hot glue, it's going to really firm it up too. It won't come apart then. Put a little dot of hot glue in there. Put this one in there. Hold it. Ouch, not with your fingers. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That was crazy hot. That was really hot. Do not touch it with your fingers. I highly advise against that. You will lose your fingerprints. I appreciate you being here. I am on YouTube as Prairie Scraps, and I'm also on Facebook, so find me on Facebook as Prairie Scraps. That's my business page. Now this is the top one. We're going to pull back that top string and stick it on there. Get these all glued together in one continuous line here. Trying not to get my fingers. It's not working. And I'm just kind of shoving it apart now. And we're going to put a cinnamon stick. I don't know. This one might not be long enough. It is not. I'm going to use one of my longer ones. I have these from like Dollar Tree or something. They're super cheap and don't even really keep their smell very long. But these are from, I wouldn't recommend, I would try, these are from, I think, Costco. And they smell wonderful. They are organic too. So this will really, those other ones might be really, I don't think I need it this long. So I'm going to do a little cutting. Let's see how long we need it. It's a little on the long side. So I'm going to cut a little off. And then I'm going to see that kind of cuts that edge a little bit, shortens it up. I knew that was going to happen. So this will be the edge we use on the top or on the bottom, on the top of the bottom. So we're just going to go ahead and put a pretty good size glue glob there and then stick our, and we came apart, didn't we? Shoot. That didn't work out, did it? Just want that to be embedded in there. Not like this one. All right, get this in there. Don't know what happened. My tree is coming apart. You definitely don't want that to happen. So be sure that you wait in between. I'm just trying to hurry along because I want results. I want results. I really like the wooden bead though. This is the little one. I like that wooden bead. It does smell a little bit like cinnamon, but not as much as my new one. I would look for a source that was a little bit cheaper, but those little ones, this might have been broken off too. I don't know, or just the end of the bottle. Who knows? Okay. Ooh. Now I glued it on. All right. Settle down. I actually think this. I maybe would do thicker tassels. That would be my only advice. Ugh. I got one kind of folded over there. Oh, that one still is not sticking. That is so crazy. This one is being crazy. It's still even. It's very tacky, but it's not sticking. All right. This is serious now. Seriously, stick. The funny thing is like yarn usually sticks really tight together. Okay, I'm holding it. Just holding it together. You can even see like how hot it is. It's like smoking. After all of that, I have no idea how we have like these random long ones. It's kind of crazy. Remember, I trimmed it, so who knows where they must like just kind of relax down eventually. All right. Or it must be the ends. Like that's all I can think of is that they're the ends. All right, come back down. I'm trying to find those long ones. This is the bottom one, I think. I don't know. I think, see, here's another one. It's just not tying up. But like I said, when I've done pom-poms, same thing. I always get like a few that are a little on the crazy side. And they stick out. I think it's, I don't know. It's just because you tie them tight or whatever. All right. Let's see if we can string our little bead on here. You could use any size bead. I really like the natural beads, and I like these. I've got a bunch of these little ones because I don't have a lot. I use kind of a bigger size. I don't even know what size these are. I should write it on the box. That would be smart. Too smart for me. A little bead on there for the star. Like I said, there's lots of options, but if you have beads on hand, use your beads that you have on hand, just like I'm using, yarn we had on hand. We had gotten a great big box, like at a thrift sale or at I don't even remember. Maybe it was a thrift store. I don't even know. It was probably a thrift sale because whenever you walk up and people know you're crafty, you need this because we're in a small town, so everybody knows everybody. I'm not doing great with this threading here. I could really use a needle that would fit, but I don't think one of those fat yarn needles would fit through this one. That's the bad thing about these little bitty beads. That's why I have them, because they don't fit. I just need a little bit through. There we go. Got it. Isn't that cute? What do you think? I think it's pretty cute. For whatever reason. Oh, and I got some of these kind of stuck on the wrong side here. Okay. Get them all down. Go in your place. Take your place. That's what I have to say. Take your place. But isn't it cute? I think it's kind of cute. You could put little mini pom-poms for like the ornaments on it. I guess that would make it look more like a tree. Tell me what you think. What should I do to make it look more realistic? Like a tree. Tell me what you think. Now I've got different ones going the wrong way, and that's going to bug me because there's like a little patch of them going the wrong way down there. No, no, no. Okay. It's kind of like the shaggy tree. I think it's kind of cute. Like a little tree. But you could use the itty bitty tiny or little pieces of sequins or little tiny beads. I think I have little tiny pom-poms, in fact. Let's see if I can find them. No, these aren't so small. There are these I get from Dollar Tree, and they've got little tiny, like that size. You could put those on but I don't have very many of those left, it looks like. I'll keep looking. Like I said, I don't want to purchase a bunch of supplies to make these, but I would like to make a few for, you could even use these. Oh, you know what would look really cute? Actually, now that I think about it, I have these teeny tiny beads. These are so small. These could be used on them. You could even, if you could get them through, you could even tie them on the ends. But I kind of like the simplicity of just having a bead. Tell me what you prefer. Do you prefer the small one where everything is even? See the difference in size? I think you can see them. Or do you prefer the larger one? I don't know. If I can get these under control, it might be better. But thank you so much for joining me, and make sure you do all the things. Subscribe and like my channel so that you can learn more crafting ideas and keep on crafting.